No idea what they were
I
talking
remember.
about.
I tell you, I remember this. Do you remember Captain Planet?
He's my hero. He's going to
Yeah.
take pollution down to zero.
Yeah.
As
Did he
far as I
though?
know,
Did he though?
no. Yeah, watch that every
Yeah.
week.
That's what they should call Sadiq Khan,
Captain
Captain
Planet.
Planet. That'd be great.
Or that knobhead up your way. What's his name? The mayor of Manchester.
Oh God.
Fucking hate that bloke. Andy Burnham.
Burnham. That's it. Yeah.
He's such a knob. He says things that are so far outside his jurisdiction. It's insane.
Yeah. It seems to be working for him though.
Yeah, I know. And every time they go, "Why don't you be an MP?" So I was like, "Oh,
So I
not
can
already
say
done
anything
that."
here. I can
Yeah,
say anything
exactly.
here.
Yeah. With no impact, I can say anything. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, he did. He did last. He said, yeah, "I'm just going to finish my term as the mayor." Of course, you are, Andy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you could say, "Hey, the old shit."
Yeah. He's touted for a potential leadership run.
Yeah, but he did decline that.
Yeah. I know. I know.
So did Gary Neville.
Oh, well, he's in trouble, isn't he?
Yeah. Well,
Because after all his grandstanding, he's joined a uh, Dubai thingy, hasn't he?
oh, terrible.
So
What were
yeah,
the other childhood? The other thing I would say from my childhood, environment-wise, was do you remember the Blue Peter um, can recycling
yeah, and litter pick and
drive?
appeal and all that sort of stuff.
I didn't do that. You get messy, but they're crushing the cans and taking them all down there. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think that one, but we
it
only
was
had
kind of
four
like
channels.
that was kind of the main things, wasn't there? There was that big switch to unleaded petrol.
Yeah, massive con. And they've done it so many times now on every time the public fall for it. Not that it's not a bad idea. Is that they sell it to you at half the price of 4 star, which is what it was.
Yeah,
And then everybody goes, yeah, well, I'll do it because it's half the price. And then as soon as they do it, they go, yeah, it's the same price.
yeah, there was that. I remember. So I remember that. I remember Captain Planet. Littering was seemed to sort of be get roped into it.
Yeah, one balls.
Like if an empty Coke can was lying next to a tree, the tree would be going, "Ah, what are you doing? So leave that next to me."
Yeah.
Because I don't think that really works because litter. If you put litter in a bin, it still exists on this planet.
Yes.
So I don't. But he was sort of lumped in with this helping helping the world sort of vibe, wasn't
Absolutely.
it? Because it wasn't as serious as it is now. It didn't seem to be as serious.
I think there's a fundamental problem with explaining, the litter thing. I think, and I know it's a fundamental problem because our friend who's 52, I remember talking to him about recycling and saying, oh yeah, separate plastics and stuff, and he said, but it don't matter, does it? Because it all ends up in the sea. And I said, no, not the stuff you put in the bin, in the recycling bin. And he went, no, I'm not stupid. I saw that thing on a TV. Yeah, that's what they do. They go and pick up your recycling and just tip it in the sea. No,
Well,
it's
from
from
my
the drown.
understanding, what they do is they either put it on a boat to China where they bury it, or it goes to a huge furnace with a carbon vacuum in Sweden.
Yeah, they're the legal routes, but the way the plastic ends up in the sea and the straws and stuff and fag butts is
That's the
storm
plastic you
drains.
don't recycle. Yeah.
Yeah, you throw it on the floor. That's how it ends up in the sea.
Oh, I remember as well. More recently, there was a problem with very small beads in shampoo.
Yeah, micro beads. Those things they're in exfoliants, aren't they?
They were for exfoliation, but it turned out they didn't degrade in any way. And
Could you
so,
imagine
like,
that?
there was some very exfoliated fish.
I like I like how because I always think of things
Lovely
as
hair.
as meeting room. Like in a meeting room when they're brainstorming and they go like, right, we need a bit of blue sky thinking. We need to sell soap. How about it? And then they go, Jeff, and he goes, I was just thinking, what if we put something in that sort of sands your face? I like it. What could sand your face? Maybe plastic could sand your face. What would happen with the plastic after you'd been on your face? But I think that's really our problem. Good point, Jeff. Put the plastic in.
Yeah,
Like, it's
it's so small.
mad.
It's so small. It won't cause a problem. It's so small. Tiny little balls. It'll be fine.
It absolutely nothing. And then when they said, we've removed it, and it's like, what have you put in there instead? And they went sand. And you thought, well, that makes sense. Why did no
Oh,
one
I
do
remember
that?
another one from our not childhood, but in between
Mm.
now and then. The big BP like oil spill. Where the tanker
I work for them at the time.
incident. Yeah, and so you had like seagulls like with oil in the wings and stuff.
We had them we had one in the
Stupid
North Sea,
seagulls. They never get
didn't
out
we?
of the way, do they?
Well, the Exxon Valdez, which is Exxon is Esso,
Yeah.
Exxon Valdez, which went and pissed its oil everywhere. And the birds were turning up even as far as in Felixstowe. We used to live on the coast. There was a seagull on the beach covered in oil, and we were chuffed to bits. Honestly, we called the RSPCA, but we were over the moon about it. We were like, check it out. Actual proof. This is true.
Quick, set fire to it.
Yeah, they burn for ages because
Yeah,
they
it's
like wick the
amazing.
oil out. We put it on a stick and had a barbecue with it lighting up the
I
garden.
remember that being. I remember even my tiny brain thinking that's really bad.
Dumping that.
All that oil getting wasted.